It's just the
Oh,
first day,
okay.
so it's just EA. So,
Oh, who gives a shit about EA? All the
not
games
me.
suck.
Okay, so we're now streaming the episode 1 of season 2.
So one
So,
season two.
woo! Very excited that we're doing this again. So, just, yeah, some updates for the gameplay, just like little tweaks from last season where I really felt like I could improve. So, things we're going to do a little different. So, the first one's difficulty class. So, from now on, all rolls for like attempting to do something or you're attacking will have the difficulty class stated before the roll is made. So I'm gonna say, like for example, if you want to jump across a cavern, uh, I'll tell you like the difficulty class. In this case, let's say it's like a really thick cavern, and it's like I'm gonna say it's gonna be 15. The DC is 15, which
All right,
means you have to roll a 15 or higher to succeed.
all right. I like that a lot more because I feel like last time it was just like as long as we rolled higher than a 10, we're good, and we like
Right.
always did.
Getting
So
an 11 is not going to be an instant success from here on out, especially as you level up more. It just makes sense to do that, especially because you have proficiencies now, you have
right,
bonuses. So we're going to do that now, and I feel like it'll really help make things, it'll just make things feel more like weighted, like things matter that you do. Like you're not an expert in everything, so when you do succeed, it's a lot better.
sweet.
Yeah, we're also going to change our leveling. I'm sure you saw me and Trevor talk about this a few times, maybe, but we're not going to do XP anymore. So instead of me handing out XP after every session, you're now going to level up via milestone, which milestones are decided by me. It's basically like after every 3 to 5 sessions, like when I think it's time, or after a major accomplishment that you guys do. Like if you defeat a really high level enemy or something, like a mini boss or something, that's going to be uh, how we level up now. So right now you should be at 4. Next time you
Yep,
level up will be level 5, and I'll make it very apparent that you all have leveled up and you all level up together.
cool.
And the
All right,
enemies will be scaled according to your level too, so they'll be harder.
all right.
And the last thing is critical hits. So our rules have always been when you make a critical roll, you can roll again to see if it's a crit success. But now instead of rolling your damage dice twice, if you crit success, you're just going to take the highest amount you can get on that dice based on whatever weapon it is for damage, and then you just apply that as damage.
Okay.
So this keeps you from like getting a crit success and rolling 2d6s and only getting like 2 damage from
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
So yeah, which so it makes a lot more sense. I roll the damage dice for you guys based on your weapon, and then I also keep track of enemy HP. So this is just something I'm doing on my end that I wanted to clarify for you. That's going to be changing. So when you crit success, it's going to hit harder.
Okay. Cool. I like
Yeah,
to hear that.
yeah. Okay, so when we left off, you guys were in Grand Bramble Den with the mouse
Just
folk.
real quick about the
Yeah,
Twitch right now. You have
yeah,
it listed under Dungeons and Dragons Online, just like D&D.
yeah. Why is that bad?
Twitch right now. You have
Yeah.
like the MMO Dungeons and Dragons Online.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Just Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I just clicked it and there's like literally like two other people streaming Dungeons and Dragons Online, and they each have like two viewers. Poor guys. I'm gonna give them a viewer. I didn't know people still play this game.
Okay, that should be better. It should update, I hope. I'm not super concerned about it, but um okay, let me send this to somebody.
Oh man.
Okay. So, the last time that we left off, we were in Grand Bramble Den with the mouse folk, and Matthias, you had just slain the basilisk. And I remember the last thing that like we kind of talked about, Oscar saw a boat that led down into the caves that would take you to Vediker. So they
Right.
say.
Yeah.
So those caves are safe now, quote quote, from the basilisk, according to the mouse folk. So, and I know it's been a while since we played. So if you want to maybe describe like maybe what you were doing in this time, or anything you want to add about the interim.
Well, Oscar was obviously falling deeply in love with the mouse. Uh, um, I probably have ended up. I mean, like, so how much time has passed in between when we killed the basilisk and this point?
I would say that you have been there for like a little less than a week.
A little less than a week. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I'm sitting at the dining room table right now and basically polishing off like the rest of the carcass of the basilisk in which we've all been dining on the past week. Uh,
Mm.
Getting scraps off of it where I can. Uh,
Seared
trying to use
basilisk.
trying to use as much of it as we can because you only get this once in a lifetime. Honestly, basilisk is a delicacy where I come from. Where I come from is the streets. Streets.
Okay. Um, that's awesome. I didn't think anybody would actually eat it, but I dig
I
it.
mean, have you met me? Have you met Champ? You know, he eats everything. He ate a minotaur horn. All right, like
You did?
it was a natural aphrodisiac,
Oh, right. Wasn't it like ground up? You ground it up or something?
and he snorted it.
Oh, God. Okay. I didn't have you roll for a constitution check, did I?
Champ likes to party.
Yeah, you could probably handle it. So, Tim, are you with us?
Yeah, I just turned it to push to talk so you didn't have to listen to all the clocks.
I
Okay.
love the clock.
I like them, but maybe another time we could hear them. Appreciate that. um, do you want to describe what Oscar had been doing in the last few days?
Well, since there's still, normal food in Grand Bramble Hall, I've probably been eating that and not the carcass of the thing we just killed.
Well, it's delicious.
I wonder if dwarves are used to basilisks after mining really deep into mountains.
I don't know. I'm a hill dwarf. I wouldn't really know.
Oh, yeah, you are. Okay.
But I've just been slowly collecting more mice into my beard. I've got like a tenement going now. I've got little spots they hang out. But
Cool.
There's there's a stench that comes out of it now that no one has like the guts to tell him about.
Is that true?
they're clean mice. They're not.
Oh, the mice
It's
keep it
not
clean?
super.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And they can talk and hear you, so don't badmouth them.
So I remember that you guys picked up some items from the area. There was like some books on the shelves. There was like a chest with like a bunch of candles and like some chalk and like um
Wasn't there like a self-help book for like short people that I put up on a really high shelf so Oscar couldn't find it? I can't
how to I think it was like how to relate to really tall people. Let me look back because they're a bunch of mice, so it makes sense that they
remember.
books on the shelf. Spices of Life, Herbology, A Cursory Glance, Greed of Man, Homemaking and Hospitality, Resources of the Realm, Mousefolk for Dummies, How to Get Along and Make Friends with Humans, Elves, and Other Tallish Folk,
That's it.
Urban Legends of Tartarus, and Stars and Gods.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think
see
I
all
took
this stuff.
the
Go ahead. Go ahead.
right. I took the Urban Legends book. I think.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and there was like if you look in resources and just scroll up a little bit, you can see like all
Right.
the stuff that was in Grand Bramble. So that being
Let's not forget,
said,
I also took Puck's room and his dignity. So,
mm-hmm, yeah, the master bedroom. You don't. That's not actually Puck's room, but
you're
it's.
right, because it's mine now.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's your room now. So before you guys move in any particular direction, was there anything else you wanted to grab?
Oh, how many mice are coming with us?
12.
You have 12 mice in your beard.
It's a big
I love
beard.
it.
Big beard.
It is
I
big.
want, I want names for all of them by the end of the session. All right. All right. So I'll probably like, pick up a bunch of the food that's there and take some of that with us. We had the books. We also have those. Oscar and I are the ones who still have the weird creatures and vials that we picked up from the other world, whoever it was, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
I'm trying to remember what they were. Like I had like some kind of like eyeball in a bottle, and Oscar had something, and we've been holding on to these for a while. I just don't
Let
know
me
what they
scroll up here. From the realm, yeah. I don't know what
Yeah,
you
like
grabbed.
a worm in a jar.
There's the worm, which is like the snake dragon, and then there's the eyeball, and those are from the shadow realm, so they may have properties and traits that normal samples may not have. So I think that's what you've got so far. So how about we move to present time? What are you
Present
doing?
time.
Yeah, what are you doing in this moment?
I'm still
Oh,
sitting at the table. I'm picking my tooth with a basilisk bone, and wondering where my other friends are at right now. Like where, why is it just me and Oscar here? Wondering
mm-hmm.
when we're gonna be taking off.
I would say Renarin might be in the altar room with the healing bath. And I would just say, like, he's been spending time in there, maybe praying to his girlfriends.
Girlfriends.
And maybe he's packed up now and he's, like, ready to go. And here's what you know about your current situation. You were seen in Amalthea's study after she was killed, and the guards had a reason to believe that you had done it. So it may not necessarily be safe for you to travel currently. Would be some suspicions that would be reasonable to have. So with that being said, Oscar, what are you doing?
I am coming out of the kitchen after having eaten, and I'm walking up to Chant.
Okay.
I offer him some of the basilisk. I know that he's gonna refuse.
I grab his bone out of his hand and snap it, and then suck the marrow out of it.
Whoa.
Visibly disgusted, I kind of just like look at him weird, and I ask him, "Where's Puck at?"
Haven't seen him.
Lazy bastard.
Puck is like dying of old age at this point, and he's elected to stay in Grand Bramble to live out the rest of his hours, basically, because the magic wore off from Amalthea.
Right.
He's
I
decided
go up
to stay there, and he's in the barracks room on a bed.
All right. I go up to Matthias and I say, "I know, my young friend, that we are going to be leaving soon, but you are now the hero of, what's it called, Bramblewood? Sorry.
Grand Bramble.
Grand
Den.
you are the hero of Grand Bramble and the Grand Bramble and protector. Watch over our friend Puck, but don't let him be a slum. You make him work for his keep. He doesn't deserve to rest in his final days."
Matthias kind of laughs, but he seems a little solemn. And he says, "Well, we couldn't have done it without you. So
I'm gonna miss you, my little mouse friend.
we'll miss you too. And you're welcome back here anytime."
I feel like Matthias and Syringa have built their own friendship, and
Oh, yeah,
Syringa was
'cause-
very, very sad to go.
He rode down in
And
on her.
it was an epic,
It was
epic
epic.
final strike. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, awesome. Matthias reaches his little hand out to shake yours.
I let him grab the tip of my cut off finger and like
He-
really it's really disgusting, but I make him touch it, and he shakes my hand.
He shakes it very, very vigorously, and you're surprised at how strong he's able to shake it.
Now, so this basically us. We're setting off from Grand Bramble now, and
Yep, into the cave.
on our way. On our way to Vondural. What was it called?
Vedeker.
I'm so bad with these names. There's so many names. Vedeker.
I know. Yes, the city of Vedeker, and I believe Chant may have had some kind of relation with that city, but we can get to that at some point.
Right. I had to get the map back up.
Yeah. So, are you loading up the canoe? And
Yes.
going?
We're going into the cave now, lowering ourselves, and getting ready to go into the cave. Depart from Grand Bramble.
As you sail away, the light from Grand Bamble's welcoming interior fades slightly, and you see on the railing of the bridge that crosses over the waterfall a bunch of mouse folk waving at you, waving goodbye.
I wave to them and I say, "Yes, yes, thank you. Don't ever forget us, the heroes of Grand Bramble. We are gods to you."
And Oscar, the mice.
Waving as well, along with my dozen compadres
Mhm.
living in my beard.
They run up on your shoulders a little bit and they wave too. And a
they
few of
sing
them
and they
hug.
sing a song. And they sing a song.
They sing a little song. Oscar, do you want to let us know what they're singing?
No.
Okay.
I can't really hear it.
Somewhere out there, beneath the pale moonlight.
I think that's pretty accurate. Something from
Bible goes west.
Yeah. Perfect. So the cave is the river, underground river moves pretty swiftly. And it turns and bends, and there's not really a whole lot of light, and so you kind of just rely on the torches you have to see the way. But the canoe, the water just moves, very quickly in one direction, so it carries you through the cave area. And you spend almost 3 days in the cave, and you don't really come across anything that attacks you, but you do see these kind of floating around occasionally. They just seem very disinterested in you. It's in resources.
3 days stuck in a tiny canoe with Oscar and Runner in.
Do you want to stop at any point in the night to rest?
I do want to check out some of these ice blocks that look like they have frozen.
They're
skeletons in
actually
them.
gelatinous cubes.
Oh, they're gelatinous cubes. Never mind. I don't want to go near them.
They move and twitch, and they're actually floating through the air. And
Oh,
yeah.
and there's
And you can see
rotting
the
skin.
remnants of what looks to be dissolved bodies inside of them. It's unclear how old the remains are. And they do seem disinterested in you at the moment as you glide past through the water.
Personally, I feel like it'd be best if we just get through this cave as fast as possible. We don't need to stop in somewhere where there's weird cubes that eat people.
Mm-hmm. Oscar, what say you?
I'm fine with going past the danger jello.
The danger jello.
Okay. You have a few close calls actually, and as they get, within almost reaching distance of the canoe at certain points, you see them, they're floating through the air, and you see like they drip parts of themselves onto the cave floor, and it hisses like tss,
Like an acidic type thing.
tss. Yeah, it seems like it.
Gross.
So, as you chant Oscar and Renarin, continue your journey through the cave, suddenly you come to what looks like a dead end.
A dead end? Shit. So like we're just like at the end of the cave?
You're in the canoe. Are you going to get out?
Yeah, I'd say we get out of the canoe and respect it. Because, the cave can't just end here. It's gotta go somewhere. The mice told us. The mice told us!
Oscar, are you getting out too?
Yes.
Okay. You get out of the canoe, and the water beneath your feet almost seems to be like swirling under the canoe, like it's getting pulled under the dead end. And if you inspect the area, sorry, you don't have to roll for this because it's very apparent. You find this type of structure on the wall. And I'm sorry, it's a stock photo, but it's the closest I could find to what I envisioned. There's no grass, obviously, but you see this a similar type of structure in the cave wall.
Alright. Can I roll perception, see if I can see anything or figure out anything or see if there's any kind of clue to help to figure out what's this rock design might be?
Let me pull up your sheet. 1 second. What's higher? Is it your investigation or is it your perception?
My investigation is +2, my perception is +3.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
Alright.
It's T exclamation point roll. There you go.
I remembered, and I rolled a 4.
Oh no.
Alright.
So actually you can't see like through whatever this is. But as you're like inspecting it, you feel like it might be loose.
Might be loose. Okay.
Oscar, do you want to interact with this at all?
Would I be rolling investigation or perception?
Whichever's higher.
I look at Oscar and I just go, just hit it.
Oh god.
Roll for strength?
Yeah. Please, just warhammer it.
Roll for strength.
Is that a D20?
Yeah, it's D20 plus your strength. Do you need me to pull up your sheet for you?
I got it.
Okay. Just let me know.
I got an 18.
Nice.
Awesome. So, your hammer, you're using your warhammer, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, you raise your warhammer into the air, and the mice in your beard go, yeah, do it! And, and your hammer comes down on the structure. And the stones, like, just fall away. They get pushed and knocked into whatever's behind this. And an entryway is now open for you.
I look at Oscar and I'm like, I can't believe that actually worked. And
Me too.
then we jump in the air, we high five, best friends, and we make sure that Renarin can see us.
Oh, by the way, the DC on this was like it was like 15. So
All right, so we
Oscar rolled right.
Good with
nailed
my
it.
hammer.
Yeah. I need to remember that, so if I slip up, please tell me. I'm trying to do
Yeah, no worries.
better.
No
So
worries.
this entryway is now open and it seems dark on the other side.
The dark in the side. Well, we have dark vision, right? Can't we see in it?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can. I mean, it's dimmer.
All right.
But you're I guess it would be dark in the cave, so it just looks equally as dark.
Can we use perception to see what we're going into?
You you would have to step in to use perception.
Yeah. All right. Then I'm gonna check for traps or anything.
Okay, yeah. Uh roll. Let me see your sheet here. Perception's fine for that.
Perception again. All right. I rolled a 9. And rolls are not good today.
Yeah.
for me.
That is a 10 because it's just looking. So you're unable to see anything. You would need to move in to the area if you wanted to
Alright,
learn
then.
anything else.
I say, all right, looks good, and I take a step. I completely bluff and say that I know what I'm going into, and I just walk in.
Oscar, are you following?
I have a find traps spell that I could use, but I guess I'll just follow him.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you want to do. If you're just following, Chant, you notice that through the doorway, I'm gonna put this in resources. You see this kind of area. It looks more civilized and structured. Almost
More
like
civilized and structured.
almost like a foundation.
Okay. There's a
And
bit
there,
more preserved.
and there is a light coming from around the corner.
Ooh, a light. Nice. Well, I'm gonna go towards the light and see if, but I'm gonna like sneak up to it, because I don't want to draw any attention to ourselves. Is there anything over there?
Yeah, if you're peeking around the corner, you see this.
Barrels. All right.
Mhm.
So there's like no one in there. It's just a big bunch of barrels.
As you peek around, you with your dark vision, you can see in the corners of the room that there's like these little dust mites. I don't know if you've ever watched like Spirited Away or any Miyazaki film where there are little dust mites. Those like scatter
Okay, yeah.
everywhere as you enter. It clearly hasn't been occupied in quite a while, but you do see a ladder that goes upward.
All right.
And that's what you see.
I want to investigate the barrels and see if they're full of anything.
Okay. Are you going to open one?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anything to drink out of?
Palm of my hands. That's the inventory.
Okay.
I have clothes, dagger, disguise, other rapier, ration, water skin. Yes. All right.
Okay, cool. So, if you were to open one of the barrels, you would see kind of like an amber colored liquid that it smells like sake, like it smells drinkable. It doesn't smell very strong.
All right. So I'm going to fill my water skin up with this,
Okay.
and I look at Oscar and I say, "Jokes on Leonidas for not being here," as I fill it up.
Oscar?
I walk over to the ladder and look up to see if there's anything I can see.
Okay. So up the ladder kind of like leans on a crumbled stairwell. If that makes sense. So you do see up a stairwell, and there's like there's a door, and it doesn't appear to be locked.
I'm gonna climb the ladder.
Climb the ladder and
Open the door.
okay. You open the door, and while Chant is filling his water skin with whatever this liquid is, you see this. And now what I want you to focus on is the top right, which looks like an office with like a stairwell that goes up into it.
Okay, so we're like in this little office room.
Yeah.
All right. And is there anyone in it?
It's empty, but you
Empty?
can hear like rambunctiousness and merry like party type noises coming from the doorway. It's actually like a cloth separation, a cloth partition.
Okay. So I'm gonna put my water skin away, and I filled it up after taking a quick swig of whatever was in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I follow it up behind Oscar. And
Okay.
now, is there anything important to notice in the office at all?
It looks like there's a desk. It does have some parchment on it. It looks like an inventory for a business.
All right. Is there a safe at all in there?
No, there is not
No.
a
Okay.
safe.
All right.
Um, and I'm just gonna say Renner has followed you through to this point, and he is in the room with you. I just don't want to leave him out.
Right. Yeah.
So, it doesn't appear as though you are noticed or that anybody knows you're here, despite the hammer in the wall.
All right. So without skipping a beat, I just walk right through the curtain and like walk out, and I just basically just blend right in with the merriment.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll for that. So I'm gonna actually roll. Let me find my dice here. I'm gonna roll for the people in the room.
All right.
Okay.
Now, what should I roll for? Deception or
No,
performance?
I'm rolling for you. It's a passive perception. It's for
Oh, okay.
it's for the people in the room. They have a certain level.
Okay.
And luckily, they're all very engaged in what they're doing. So as you pass through, including the two bartenders, one of them is engaged in conversation with someone at the bar, and the other one is leaning over into a cabinet. So you're in the room, and sorry. The closest table to you is empty.
All right. So
I want to go to that table and sit down.
yeah, I was gonna say the three of us will go there. Could we make an observation of the type of people that are in this? I'm kind of guessing it's like a saloon or of some sort.
Yes. It. You want to roll like insight for that, or because I mean you could just tell it's a tavern, but like what type of tavern would be more
Yeah, I was
like
wondering,
an
like, what type of-
insight? It would be an insight roll.
Okay. I just want to see like what kind of like people are at this.
Okay.
I want to know if we're like in a military place or if this is like just a bunch of drunk people.
Oh, I
or...
gotcha. So, in that case, you don't have to roll for that.
Okay.
So, you see the first bartender. She's very pretty. Seems to be in her 30s. She has really colorful tattoos on her arms, like a sleeve. The tattoos are like of pastries and pie and donuts and like all different kinds of desserts.
Just tattoos of pastries, cool.
Yeah. And she is like pouring the liquor. And then next to her, there's a dwarf who's, I would say he's getting into his golden years, and his beard is like gray and white. But he's like ripped. He's like extremely strong and fit. and the bar is actually raised up a little bit. You can tell from your angle, so that he can like serve people, and he's handing out food and stuff like that. His beard is very, very long. Oscar, you may be a little jealous.
But his doesn't have mice in it.
True. So he is serving food, and the woman is serving alcohol. And then you also see, let me pull up my sheet here. You see a man who looks pretty, like, nondescript, but he looks really pissed off. And he has, like, hair that, like, hangs in his eyes. And he's wearing, like, somewhat nice clothes, but he looks very upset. And he's sitting at the bar. You're also able to see what looks to be like a half-elf and a halfling that are sitting at a table, like, way across the room, minding their own business.
I wonder who those could be.
I obviously don't even notice them, and I'm already have my full focus on the female bartender.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up to the bartenders. You said the female bartender and the dwarf were like kind of standing next to each other, right?
They're, like, moving around behind the bar,
Moving
but
around
they
behind
are
the bar.
next to each other, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to get up from the table and walk up to the bar and make some small talk and see where we're at. So I
Okay.
walk up and I immediately try to get the attention of the dwarven bartender, and I kind of raise my hand and get his attention. I notice him notice me, and I say, hey champ, come here. I'm traveling with a dwarf myself and everything, so I was wondering if you could help us out. We seem to have kind of gotten ourselves turned around. We're wondering where we're at right now, and if you could give us some directions.
Okay. He kind of looks you up and down, and his eyes narrow, and he puts an elbow on the bar and leans into you. He's like, when did you guys get in here?
Oh, I seem to go unnoticed in certain places. Here, we just kind of snuck in under your nose, I guess.
He's like, well, that makes sense. I don't really pay all too much that attention, and I can't fault you for that either. If you've been drinking since you've been here, I'll tell you where you're at. He's like, you're at the High Halberd. It's the tavern in the slave sector.
Slave sector.
Yeah, slave sector, brothel sector, smuggle
Brothel
sector,
sector. Okay,
the
so
drug sector, the assassination and mercenary sectors. Don't you know you're in Vondural?
I get kind of excited. I tap the table and I go, great, this is exactly where I wanted to be. And I look over at Oscar and I kind of give him this, and Renner, and I give him this look, and I kind of like pull up my collar, that we're kind of symbolizing that we might not be in the safest of areas. And
Renner joins you and sits down, but as in true form and the strong, silent type that he is, he just listens. For now. Oscar, what are you doing?
I tell my beard mice to hide, and so they all kind of pull back into the beard so they can't be seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just kind of sit there and look at Chant.
guess I'm doing all the talking.
The
Just the way he likes it. All right.
the barkeep, the dwarven barkeep, sees you, Oscar. His eyes light up. He's like, another dwarf. He's like, where are you from? The name's Ro Blackstorm. And he reaches his arm over as much as he can to shake your hand.
I walk up and try to shake his hand. Our fingertips just barely touch because we're both so short.
There seems to be an understanding between you two.
The name's Oscar. And
Oscar.
I'm from Madstone.
What did you say? What name?
Madstone?
Madstone. Okay. He shakes his head. He's like, it's been a long time since I've been on the surface, but you seem like a nice guy. Who's your friend here? The talkative one.
That's Chant. He is very talkative.
He's like, alright, well, what can I get you to? I make the food. She pours the beer. And then, like, as he, like, mentions her in passing, she obviously hears him. And she comes over and she's like, oh, please, Salt and Pepper. We both know that customers come by for my legendary good looks, not your loose lips. She's like, what can I get you to?
I'm just nodding, like, yep.
She's like, you're gonna need to make a selection, sweetie.
I come to my senses and I just go mead. Say mead, please.
Mead? Well,
Mead.
that's pretty boring. Haven't you ever had vanilla bean grog?
Vanilla bean grog? I have my past history with random beans. But I guess we'll try this out if it impresses you, my dear.
She like raises her eyebrow a little bit and nods, and she says, "And you, sir?" to Oscar.
I'll have mead.
Mead. All right. Seems only one of you is adventurous. She's like, kind of eyes Rennerin. I would just say he orders like. Actually, I don't think he
Water.
drinks. Yeah.
Water.
We'll just say he orders water, so like if he does hop in, he's not inebriated like you guys. So
He's driving the Quashka.
yeah. So she goes and pours the drinks and then returns and sets it down in front of you. And she kind of gives you a look like she might need to talk to you about something, but she's a little hesitant to bring it up. And she kind of like plays with her collar with her fingers, like maybe something like a memory is like something's missing.
Was missing.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of I say that I catch on to what she's doing, and then as she's working the bar, I notice her go down to one side, but there's less people. So I slide down the bar and try to get her one-on-one, try to get her attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I go up to her, and I say, "So how long have you worked here?"
She says she's hesitant to answer because it may reveal her age, but she says more years than I can count. She tucks her hair behind her ear, and you can see that she's a half elf because of her pointed ears. She's like, "Hey, I have a favor to ask you."
I perk up and I say, "A favor, anything for you, my dear. Just tell me."
She's like, "Well, no, it'll pay. I'll pay you." She's like, "But I can't seem to get anyone else around here to help me, and you seem pretty nice. So, I'm kind of embarrassed, but I've lost a necklace that my mother gave me, and I've been trying to find it, but I just don't have the time between working here and, having a social life. I haven't been able to find it, and I'm wondering if I could hire you to go investigate for me."
Well, we weren't really the hired to investigate types for such petty things. We're heroes, you know. Just like last week, I killed a basilisk by myself. I've killed witches before as well, but I guess I could find a necklace. It's not gonna be much for a challenge for us, I'd say. But what type of necklace are we looking for, and where do you think I might be able to find it?
Well, she kind of blushes a little bit and seems a little embarrassed and like rubs her forehead before answering. And she says, "Well, the last time I remember wearing it, I was in the brothel district."
I kind of get a puzzled look on my face, and I said, "My dear, what were you doing there?"
She she's once again hesitant to answer, and she says, "I was in Wisteria's palace. Have you heard of it?"
It's never come to my ears before.
Well, they serve both women and men. Anyway, she clears her throat, and then she looks in her apron pockets, almost as like she's trying to find something to show you. And in resources, you can see she puts a little scribbling of a drawing of what it looks like in front of you. It looks like it's very long, and it has like beads that hang down, and the beads are red, like a red color.
All right, now was the necklace stolen from you, or did you just misplace it?
I can't remember. I think I misplaced it, or maybe the woman I was with maybe stole it from me.
Tell me about the woman you were with. I'd say sort of with a kind of a cheeky smile.
Well, I don't really remember. I had been drinking. In
All
fact,
right. I
I
guess
only know I was there because my friends told me the next day we went there.
I guess I'm gonna have to go to this brothel and thoroughly investigate every single lady working there myself.
Mm-hmm.
And saying so, I wave over to Oscar and Redorin, and I say, "My friends, we have a mission. Screw trying to save, the entirety of Tartarus. Let's go find a necklace."
Oscar, while this conversation is happening down the bar, the man who looks very upset kind of bumps into you a little bit. Almost as though he's like poking you to get your attention.
I just take another drink from my cup and ignore him.
He says, hey, you, hey. And then he's
You, hey.
and then he like scoots to the chair right next to you. And he doesn't seem to be inebriated, but he looks upset, but also that he seems sincere.
What do you want?
He says, look, I don't usually like to ask for help, but I'm here on business and I have to leave in like the next day or two. And you and your friend look like you just arrived. And I need someone who doesn't know who I am to help me.
Sounds a little suspicious.
He says, well, I'll pay you 100 gold if you have any information or find out anything about a slave that just escaped from me yesterday. He's a dragonborn. He's like a blue color.
Why was he enslaved?
He looks at you like that's almost like a stupid question. He's like, you know you're in the slave district, right?
That's like asking a prison mate, like, what's he in for? I think that's just like an unknown rule or something. You don't do. So insensitive, Oscar.
He's like, what does it matter to you? Money's money. He's like, if you have any information about this slave of mine or know where he is, I'll pay you for it. And if you bring him back to me, it's double.
Well, if I see a blue guy, I'll let him know you're looking for him.
He kind of nods upwards and says, all right, we have an understanding. And then goes back to his whiskey.
After they finish up, I kind of walk in and barge in between them. And I go, "Hey, Oscar, what's this guy? He's causing you problems? Alright, beat it, buddy. Alright, we already have a mission. We're gonna go find a necklace. Who cares what you want?" And so I look at Oscar and I said, "Guess where we're going?"
Did the pretty barmaid ask you to find something for her?
A necklace, and we're going to a brothel. This is my favorite mission yet.
Sounds like fun.
What did the old guy want?
He wanted me to help him find the slave that escaped from him. I just told him that I'd let the slave know he was looking for him, which I'm assuming he already knows.
I mean, we're trying to find a like random slave in the slave district. It's gonna be like a needle on a haystack, or we can find a necklace at a brothel. My mission sounds way better.
We can do what you want.
I get all excited and I grab Renner by the cuff and we head out and head towards the brothel district.
Okay.
And but first, I run back in. I run up to the bar lady and I go, "My sweet, I need your name."
Oh, she says, my name is Priscilla Daydream.
Priscilla Daydream. A fitting name. A fitting name. As I walk out and back to my group, and we head off towards the brothel district, which I don't know the way, but I'm following my nose.
Okay. Before we continue, it looks like Matt is here in the channel just below this one. So I'm going to pause for just a second and see if he's ready to join in and give him
Cool.
like a lay of the land. So
Yeah.
bear with
I
me,
gotta
okay?
blow my nose real quick anyway.
Okay.
Can you hear her?
Yeah. Hello. Okay. Yay.
Do you have your thing opened up?
No.
Go ahead, what? Okay. Uh, well, what, um, why would we stop them? And what would be the scenario, with the hiding place? Um, yeah, of course. That's not always how it works. But like, I'm just saying, like, because you know enough about my character's background and really basically enough about Elisa's. Like, if we bumped into them right now, why would we want to help them with this necklace? Okay, so they're leaving the brothel, right? Leaving the tavern. Okay. Did they mention anything about needing to go to the Elven Isle or whatever? Okay. Mhm. Okay. Go ahead and DM me those names right now, and I think me and her are just gonna jump in and bump into them, and I think we'll finagle it. Give us like 2 minutes. All right. Okay. Yeah, literally like 2 minutes. I'm just gonna go over it with Elise really quick. Sure. All right.
Yep.
Are we
Yes.
Are we clear?
like our noses?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. So what's the deal with Matt? Are we gonna get him in? Are we gonna have an encounter or something? All right.
He's gonna hop in
All right. Cool.
in just a minute, so we may just want to wait. I don't usually like to break the flow. I like to keep things immersive, but in this instance, we have to do this. So
It's all good. Wait, is it Matt and Elise both getting in?
yeah, they're gonna be on the same mic.
Okay, cool. What's Elise playing? There's a half elf what?
Elise is playing a halfling named Grey
half-
Cloud,
Halfling, like what?
like a hobbit.
No, I know what a halfling is. Like.
Oh,
like
you mean like the
fighter,
race?
sorcerer? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I haven't really.
Alright.
This is making me fly by the seat of my pants a little bit, which is fine. But
It's all good.
let me see what she built out here. Druid. I forgot. She's a druid, which is awesome.
Cool. Yep.
So I will let him tell you about his character, but you might want to find a reason to bump into him.
Okay. Kind of weird that we just exited the bar.
Well, you're on your way to leave, and they're right by
Alright.
the door. So I don't know. This is the part where you guys get to make your magic, because I do what I can to tie you all together, but sometimes you just have to do it on your own. So.
Fuck your clock. Fuck your clock.
Oh my
That's a lot
god.
of clocks. So I have an idea, but I'm gonna let the clocks finish before I start.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, but to let the clock finish. Oh, that's good.
Hey,
Oh,
Hello.
hi Matt.
Dork,
The,
Tiefling.
the bar.
Oh, stop. Wait.
Hi.
You guys seem like you're not from around here.
Oh, sorry, you're in character. My bad. I thought you were just saying hi to us. Like, oh, hey, man.
I always call you
Sorry.
Tiefling, Nick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do they
I-
do they have any food on their table?
I would say.
Here. It's gross.
There's food on their table. Yes.
So we go to walk past their table, and one of my beard mice jumps out to grab some food from their plate, and I just kind of scoop it back up.
Yeah, and I lean over. I'm like, oh no, the mouse. And I just like pick a fry off their plate and eat it.
Well, Matt said something. I'm sorry, Mattless.
You guys seem like you're not from around here. Cute mouse.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're from here. I was born here, raised here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Can
Who
I
do you
see,
who do you think
can
you
I-
are?
Can I go ahead and perceive whether or not that's a big fucking lie that I know it is?
All right. Let's roll your perception versus my deception. Let's see what happens right now. I got a +7, bitch.
My wisdom is pretty high, homie.
Hold on, let me see what we would roll for that.
My deception.
I have a +3 in investigation. Plus my proficiency.
Okay.
I think it'll be a perception roll, right?
It'll be insight.
Insight.
So,
Insight, that makes sense.
yeah, why don't you roll for insight, Matt? And it's going to be in the dice rolls channel, which is second from the bottom. The command is T !roll. And you will roll you'll put D20 plus whatever your insight modifier is. Which is... Pull up, come on. 2.
Elaborate on this.
All right. So it's the lowercase t roll space d20. So you're-
Yeah, T !roll space D20 plus 2. So this will roll for you.
Once you get the hang of it, it's like really easy.
You have to put roll after
Yeah.
the exclamation
Roll.
point. Yeah. But otherwise it's right, just no space between the D20 and the plus.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, you tell he is liar pants on fire.
Excuse me, sir, but you don't have to lie to me. I'm coming to you as a friend here.
Suspicious. I kind of taken aback that someone could speak to my amazingly perfect deception. I'm pretty full of myself. I kind of offended. I just kind of asked like, all right, who do you think you are?
Elise, would you like to say anything or do anything?
I don't know, not yet.
Okay, just let me know.
I'm hiding behind Matt.
Okay.
I kind of get in
For the
Matt's
record,
face.
I'm a half elf and she's a halfling. So you guys know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a half elf.
Yeah.
All right, so how tall is Matt compared to me? Like how tall are you, Matt?
Yeah, why don't you two actually describe yourselves just a little bit, like visually?
Yeah.
What are we getting from you?
This is
I-
me doing a visual like scan you up and down right now.
I'm tall for an elf, short for a human, like 5'10". And I have more of a weathered face than your typical like elf. Scruffy, unshaven, messy brown hair, with bags under my eyes. Lean but in shape. Baby.
I have long green hair down to my feet, and I'm really tiny, and I have giant ears.
That's so cute. I love that.
All right, so seeing that I'm taller than Matt's character, I haven't gotten your name yet.
No.
I kind of like get in his face, trying to intimidate him, and I put it like my fingers like on his chest, poking him, and I'm like, all right, who do you think you are coming up to us like this?
I brush him aside and say, Dwarf, you seem like a more reasonable person. Or elf, you know. I'm saying that I'm about to book passage to Watney. Line, please. What's the?
I'm about to book passage to the Elven island Herelia,
Aurelia,
and we have
Your
like a
friend here.
transport that's going there.
yeah. I have a guy who plans to smuggle me and my tiny weird friend with me here.
The little meh. I hope that's a reoccurring thing.
And it just seems to me that maybe you guys might also want to get out of here.
So before anyone else speaks, I'm gonna do a little RP for Renarin real fast. And Trevor, if you watch this, forgive me if I fuck it up, but I have reason to think Renarin would be like, you do know that half-elves aren't welcome on Aurelia, right?
And that's really kind of why I was seeing if you would want to go.
So
He's
you're,
like,
you're
well-
you're coming
we
to
could
us
obviously
for an escort.
use it. We could obviously use a diplomat.
It's like,
And
he nods, yeah, that makes sense.
and also, like I said, I couldn't help it over here that maybe you guys are looking to get out of here.
Renarin looks at you, Chan, and
Unseen.
Oscar. Yeah, and he's like, he has a point, and we don't really know where the fuck we are. And also, he's doing this all with just eye contact. He's like, and also don't tell anyone about the shards. But that doesn't really come through all that well, but you get the rest of it.
I look at Renarin and I just say like, why are you staring at me like that? And I get kind of like uncomfortable. But as a tiefling, kind of sob stories about like racism, him being a halfling, and kind of his own like half of his people basically turning on him. That really resonates with me because being a tiefling, I've just been looked down on my entire life, and racism's always been a part of me growing up. So it kind of it tugs at a heartstring, and I kind of lighten up to them, and I say, this is kind of a too good to be true situation, but I kind of have to go find a necklace real bad right now. So
What about this necklace?
we're going to a brothel.
Well,
Renarin's like, it should just be
quick.
quick in and out.
There's
Right.
It's not impossible
Quick in and
that-
out.
It's not impossible that I might be able to help you guys figure out this necklace situation. I do a lot of fencing here.
I want to go to the brothel.
Renarin's like, you're coming to the brothel with us. Sorry, Trevor.
Yes.
Both of you. Let's go.
Alright. Let's go. We'll help you find this necklace. You help us get to Aurelia.
Like for once.
We help you get to Aurelia. You help us not get kicked out of Aurelia.
Okay, so if you're leaving the tavern, Priscilla, before you leave, Chant, she just like waves at you.
I immediately run back.
Well, she's just waving goodbye.
Oh, she was. I thought you said before she leaves. I thought you said before she leaves. I thought she was like needing my
Before
attention
you
one last
leave,
time.
she waves at you.
Oh.
So do you not want to run back?
Oh, I'll blow her a kiss and be like, I will return with what is yours, my lady.
She like puts her fingers and hands. She puts her hands together and folds her fingers together like she's praying, and she like mouths, "Thank you."
I turn around and I say, like, let's head off to this brothel now. Like, quickly. I just start like ushering everyone forward to go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So I would just like to hear a little more about what. Do you guys know much about this necklace? It's just always it's wise to, be on the side of caution in this city.
I take out the drawing that she gave me and I show it to him. And here's a rough artist sketch of what we're looking for.
It looks like a weird jellyfish.
She's not the best artist, okay?
That's why
Rufus
she sells
flavor,
her
you
cooch.
asshole. It's all she has.
It's on a napkin, for God's sakes.
Listen, I've seen some pretty great napkin art in my day.
Okay, well, this is napkin art. And she also says the little beads are red.
Why is this necklace so dear to her? I would think that someone like this would not care too much about these kinds of things, other than maybe the amount of money it was worth.
Well, in the high passions of lovemaking, things get misplaced. Who knows?
She told you it was her mother's.
Thanks, Watt.
By the way, if you forgot. But you don't know that because Chant didn't tell you. I'm reminding Nick.
Hey, fucking tell me.
Pretty girl lost a necklace. I go fetch necklace. All right, that's how this works.
So you're doing this because she's pretty. I'm just trying to warn you that there might be more to this than you realize. People go missing in this town.
I'm affected by my vices, you know, and if I get myself in trouble, I'm fairly sure I can talk my way out of anything.
I bet you think strippers like you too.
They do. All right.
Okay. Elise, would you like to do anything? Or are you just tagging along still?
I'm still tagging along.
Okay. And Oscar?
Tim.
I'm just following along, kind of walking beside the green-haired short person.
Oh, do you guys want to talk?
Hello.
You're both short.
Shut up.
Hello.
Oh, shut up to him, not you.
Well, to me, all of you are short, so.
By the way, Elise, Oscar has a bunch of mice in his beard that are very friendly and can talk.
They're hiding right now, though.
And as she's like a druid, so she has.
Oh,
things with
yeah.
nature
Oh,
and
yeah.
animals, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I have a pet, Grifowl that she rests on my shoulders. It's what she's doing right now. Her name's Syringa.
Syringa! I pet Syringa.
Syringa, like, well, one, she can't because, like, I'm, like, 3 times her height. And,
Aww.
Aren't
so-
you gonna
Climb
kneel
you
down?
and pet her.
but Syringa notices and she lights up to the fact that anyone wants to give her attention. And just, like, jumps down to me and immediately, is friendly towards the druid.
I'm screaming.
I'm oh man, let's see if I still have a picture of it. I can
Syringa?
post. Yeah, we
Aw.
posted on resources a long time ago. I'll find it and repost it.
Okay, okay. So on your way, you're making conversation. When you're ready, you do come up on in the brothel district. It's right next to the slave district. And the biggest, most like extravagant, obnoxiously ornamental brothel
Alright,
appears.
repost it.
Yeah, that's Syringa in the resources
Yeah.
channel. She's really cute. I know. You see a sign that says Wisteria's Palace, and this is the it's just a big, beautiful building.
A big, beautiful building
Mm-hmm.
for a brothel.
Yeah, I mean, it's well funded.
I am going to like just kind of run up ahead of everyone and just basically just like burst through the door, holding up the picture of a necklace, being like, "Listen up, everybody! There was a necklace lost here a couple days ago, and I'm here to find it." So-
While he acts super brash, I have a couple quick questions. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is it super busy? Are there a lot of people coming in and out of here right now?
It's busy. Everyone looks really happy and like just merry. Like
Is it mostly working women right now, or is it like a happy mix of?
well, in this city,
or
it's
working
not just
probably
women.
boys, right,
It's
yeah.
women and men of all races and
All races.
yeah, they cater to pretty much anyone.
Really weird shit.
Sure.
Nice.
So this is the inside of
I
it.
mean, there's a lot of races. That's all I'm saying. Some of them have like tentacles and stuff.
Not okay. Some of them do,
It
but
is weird 'cause, like,
only
it was-
very rare ones that are very evil.
So they're expensive, is what you're saying.
It was decided last season that Chant is actually bisexual, so he's had many encounters with men and women.
Okay, well, as you enter, Chant, bursting through
We're trying to find a necklace, Chant. All right, stop.
what looks to be the most classy and elegant person in the room walks over to you. She has long, flowing, dark hair. She's wearing a dress. She seems to be the madame, the one who owns it. She says, "I'm Wisteria. Now, what are you going on and on about?"
I look at her and I start to fill her in. Say we were sent from the tavern down the street by a Priscilla Daydream, and quite a daydream of my own. And she lost her necklace and has hired us to retrieve it for her. And she says that she must have misplaced it here, or one of your girls could have stolen it from her.
She like appears aghast. Like, my employees would never do something like that. And she almost seems like to brush it off and says, "If you're going to be here, we need to do business."
Done.
She says, "Okay." So there's like a bunch of different races and genders around the room. There is, let me see what I wrote down here. There's a half-elf male and female, a full elf female and male, a tiefling male, a halfling woman, a dwarven man, and a dragonborn female. And one of them, the half-elf female, is wearing a lot of jewelry. And if you wanted to
Can I
roll
make a
perception.
perception?
Yeah.
On it.
Okay.
Somebody's got to stay focused around here.
My attention is completely turned towards the female dragonkin at the moment. So
The
Perception.
dragonborn?
yeah, dragonborn
Okay.
dragonkin. So I look to our new friend Matlis and the tiny druid and tell them. Sorry, what was your name again? The druid's name?
Oh,
Elise.
know.
Which
I don't.
is
I
Gray?
think Grey Cloud. Is that
Grey
it?
Cloud.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
So I turn to Matlis and Grey Cloud and I say, "All right, well, you're the investigators now. I guess I'll go take part of the business deal." And I quickly take the dragon lady, and we go somewhere more private.
Okay. Well, you succeeded in your role, Matt, so
Yep.
you notice that
I'm mostly inspecting the lady with shit tons of jewelry.
yeah, you notice that they're all wearing necklaces, but and some of them are very similar, but the one that you looked at very specifically is wearing a piece of jewelry that looks, wait, I'm in the wrong channel. That looks like this.
Hey, I think that's it.
Chant is apparently long gone.
And
No,
No,
I
he's
nudged-
just
I
in
nudged
another
the
room
dwarf.
talking with the girl right now. That's it.
I
Talking
nudged
with the
dwarf.
dragonborn?
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
she said that
That's
if we
not
want
it.
if we want to, you know, investigate that we're gonna have to do business. So I'm
Yeah.
doing the business, and I'm not doing anything. My heart is taken right now.
Doesn't have
with-
the same amount of thingy.
Do you think she was really that specific in her drawing?
Are you calling me stupid? I kick you.
Ow.
That's great.
I nudge the dwarf and I point at the lady with the necklace, and ask him what he thinks.
The lady with the necklace thinks that you're
Hey, Oscar.
wanting to.
Oscar.
The
You think that's the
necklace looks
necklace?
pretty similar.
Pretty goddamn.
Seeing that you guys are talking, I kind of move my way back over to you guys and ask to see if you found anything yet.
I tell you, like, yeah, I think so, but like, don't make a scene.
Oh, I'm perfectly great at not making a scene. Don't worry.
I can tell.
The half elf wearing the necklace that you pointed at, Matlis, stands up and walks over to you, like, and moves her arm like, "Shall we?" She just assumes that you want.
I very casually say, how much?
She says 20 gold. It's
And,
on the moderate price for their business.
Okay. And I say, How much for me and a friend?
What the fuck is that?
I get like really excited and I say, we're friends.
Oh, sorry. Someone was calling me on Facebook. That's weird. Oh, you say we're friends? Chant, you're saying that's Matless?
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, well, then it's double.
Okay. Deal.
Okay.
I kind of look
And,
at Matless and I say, like, do we even have this much money on us?
And I, with my eyes, because we're already on that level, obviously,
Already.
said, don't worry about it. And then I, with my eyes again, kind of look back at, the green-haired one,
One.
and I'm like, and I give her the wink and nod, and hopefully she knows that means to, use her shape-shifting abilities to help us out somehow.
Ooh. Yes.
Not currently.
Not yet, but if you wanted to
Depending on
try
how you plan on
something.
helping us, yeah, absolutely. So, so me and
keep
Chant, I
keep
guess.
in mind you don't have to help them.
But we've become.
You can do whatever you
What
want.
you don't know about me and Grey Cloud here is that we've become quite the master thief duo.
That is true.
A druid thief. All right.
So okay. So the thing with druids is you can transform into any animal that you've seen.
Oh, I
So
want to be the cute little animal.
do you want to?
Yeah, the mouse.
A mouse would be good if you're planning on stealing. So yeah, just
Yeah.
think about what you may want to do.
She gotta live in my beard too.
But
Ew.
hold off on that for a minute. We'll go up or go into a room or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and
So you, Chant, and the half elf with the necklace, you're in a room.
yep.
Okay.
Gross.
And
I thought you might just want to
And-
talk to her, but
I
Okay.
say it's my friend's first time here. If you want to go ahead and explain the rules.
Me? I kind of look at him and like I kind of taken aback
What?
because obviously this isn't Chance first as a bard for like one is not
His
his
first time paying for it.
Oh, paying for it, but what? You're making me pay? And like I get kind of I realize I'm just getting stiff with the bill real quick.
Hey, whoa, relax.
So I'm going to try to keep her attention because I see that Matless has some kind of plan. So
okay.
I'm gonna start kind of using entertaining
Are you gonna sing for
foreplay
her?
as you shall.
Oh.
As he's
Never
doing
mind.
that, I go.
No,
is there a
nothing
window?
sexual. I'm just like chatting, just talking because you can't just jump into it, right? You got to like form a relationship with these ladies.
She doesn't seem to care about what you're doing.
Is there a window in the room?
There there is like a trap door to a mirror, you might say. So like in the room
But I know
there's
it's
a
trapdoor to a.
you might not, but if your friend I was wondering when that was gonna happen. So there's like a two-way mirror that if Grey Cloud was investigating, she might be able to find.
Okay.
But do you wanna try and roll for this and investigate and stuff?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, her?
For
Or,
me, not you.
yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
I will for you.
So while Chant is distracting her, Matless,
What's your? And
maybe you could find.
I think we'll both roll for investigation, me and Elise.
Okay.
But I'll let
You both can since you're in separate rooms.
Yeah, this will be her first. D20. Baby, what's your investigation bonus?
Where is that at?
I
Let's
can
see,
look
on
it
your
up.
Skills. Yeah,
Zero.
whoever finds first. 0? Alright, this will be good.
The difficulty class for you have to put the exclamation point on the other side of the T.
Roll.
The difficulty class for this is just 11, so you have to roll higher than 11 to succeed.
Also, do it in the dice rolls text channel.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you guys are in resources right now.
And it's T exclamation point roll.
Thank you.
You got the hang of
I
it,
wish
no
I
worries.
could have-
Took us
I
a
wish I
couple.
could have more than one Discord open.
Oh.
Okay.
Wrecked.
Well, go ahead and tell Elise what she sees.
Okay,
Although after-
what is she gonna roll? Do you want me just to
That's
roll
her
for her?
That's Elise's
Oh,
roll.
okay.
Yeah.
Elise, are you
Yeah.
transformed?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Did
you
just do it in the
go.
middle of the...
Hmm?
Nothing.
I would as like.
one's
How do you
gone.
transform?
I sneeze and turned into.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Okay, I love it.
Alright, while you do this, because obviously I'm not in the same room and stuff, I'm okay.
Okay, so you transform into a mouse because you're old and 19. You follow them down the hallway. They enter one room. And you go under the doorway of another room, but you're not actually in a room. It's a hallway. The door is made to look like it's another room, but really it's a corridor that goes down. It goes probably 30 feet in one direction. And on this corridor's walls, you can see into the two-way mirrors of all the rooms. So if you were a mouse, you could look up on the ledges of the two-way mirrors and see which room your companions are in. That's what you see, because you rolled a 19, so you did very well.
Oh, okay.
So you are able to find them. Just depends on what you do after that.
I wanna see into the room where there's the necklace.
Okay. The necklace is in there. Chan is talking to her. She actually removes it and puts it on a nightstand kind of close to the window. And not the
Okay, do I have-
window, the mirror. Sorry.
Ah. Even though I'm a mouse, like, am I able to like get in there and like grab it?
You could transform again into your normal size.
Okay. I want to try and weasel my way in there, and then like, when they're not looking, turn into me and then grab it and then get the fuck out of there.
Okay. So that would take a stealth roll. So your stealth, let me see if I can find you.
I have +2.
Okay, so would you want me to roll for you, or do you want to do it? It's
You can do it.
okay.
Thank you.
The DC for this, since there's like 3 people in the room, I'm gonna say it's 11 again.
Okay.
Okay, well you succeed. So while Chant is like talking to her, Matless, I'm not sure what he's doing, but you're able to open the two-way mirror, sneak in as a mouse, transform, grab the necklace, and then sneak out the door. And Matless and Chant see you, but she does not see you.
Hell yeah.
Nice. That's a good roll.
Oh, okay.
So now where you're at, you're in the hallway with the necklace in your hand.
Okay, is my turn over, or do I continue?
Yeah,
on?
your turn would be over for now because Matless is back and Chant, that was satisfying to hear.
That was me.
And then Chant, what are you doing?
Keeping her attention, I was able to, I was also kind of using my peripherals. I noticed that the mouse kind of like snuck in, turned back to human. She took the necklace, and
Oh,
I was
shit,
seeing
you
that.
got already?
Oh
Fuck
yeah, dude, you missed out a lot, yeah. So
I was looking
now
at our margarita.
I've just realized the awkward situation that Atlas and I are in, and how we're gonna get out of it. So,
Especially since we have no money.
We do have no money.
And she's gonna realize her necklace is gone.
So I do a quick investigation in the room here. I want to see like possible escape routes. You know, maybe like we could shimmy down out a window. Like maybe there's otherwise like if there's none of that, let me know.
Did you just roll for it?
Yeah. 18.
Okay, so you notice the two-way mirror that opens up
Cool.
that gray cloud came through. So that's a
Right.
possible exit. You could
Okay.
also just walk out the door
Seems.
and leave Chant there.
Please don't. Please don't.
I mean, it would be awkward and weird, but you could see if there's
I
consequences.
need this guy's help, so I'm not trying to fuck anybody over right now.
So
Right now.
quickly, I kind of look over to Matlis, trying to.
I look at you and then look at the mirror and I'm like, I kind of do a shrug and aloud I say, well, how about a little game? And we like it, a little different. Let's say we tie you up.
Huh?
Not you, Chant.
Still?
And blindfold you.
What?
And me and Chant are going to take turns and see who can please you best.
What?
She's like, okay, you guys are paying for it. So she holds out her hands.
Okay, so Chant, go ahead and tie her up.
I just look at him and go, with what?
She opens a drawer. There's like a bunch of shit in there.
I'm like, fine, I give up, and I just grab it and stuff.
All right.
And
Is there a blindfold? I grab.
Absolutely.
All right, so I grab the blindfold. I put the blindfold on her. Chant ties her up. We put her in the bed, and we say, "All right, now no peeking." Chant's gonna go first, and I dip out the trapdoor.
Before I follow suit, and I notice he just like disappears and kind of leaves me. And then before anything, I want to take the moment to cast minor illusion and create like a duplicate
Nice.
where she can see of the necklace. So
That's
she
mine.
does.
Oh, of the necklace. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Do it. I
Alright,
don't
so-
think you need to roll for that because it's a cantrip.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
a cantrip.
you might have to roll like if she actually like inspects it at all, but
Well, she can't do
let
it
me-
yet, but she could do it when she eventually gets out.
yeah, she might realize that we're not doing anything to her and like check and see if we stole it.
Let me. All right, so it lasts a minute. You create a sound or an object in range, lasts the duration, illusion, also ends specific actions. Yada. It doesn't say they have to like go through a. You use an action, examine the sound and image. Yeah. Okay. So if they examine it, then successful intelligence roll or something, investigation check. That's it.
I mean, I'll do all that. If you want to
Yeah.
cast it, just go ahead and do it.
All right. So I cast minor illusion. Great. Do I have to roll on that or anything?
No, it's a cantrip. It's done.
Nope.
There's a duplicate, or an illusion of a duplicate, and you have 60 seconds. And she's laying on the bed, tied up and blindfolded.
All right. Then, so as I'm kind of like sneaking out, I'm slowly closing the door. I cast minor illusion where her necklace was supposed to be, and kind of just scurry down the stairs. And I look at everyone. I just go, 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 and we all just kind of rush out.
Gray Cloud has the necklace. What are you doing?
Hanging out in the hallway waiting for them.
Okay.
I saw Matt, what's your name again? Who is
Matlis.
she? Matlis. I saw Matlis. But I'm still a mouse, so I just like latched onto the back of his leg and I'm just like going wherever he goes.
Cool. I notice her because this is not totally different than the way
I'm a green mouse.
Cute.
Love it.
Transferred to an animal, but her hair
And,
stays the same color. Like,
I go ahead and kind of scoop her up,
like
put her on my
Beast Boy.
shoulder, stick the necklace in my pocket.
Okay. You're headed
and,
back to the lobby. Oscar, I'm assuming you're there
I
still?
go and catch up with Oscar.
I'm just kind of standing in the middle, not looking at anybody, waiting for them to come back.
Okay, well, a few of the workers like appear to be really enamored with the mice in your beard.
We come back, he's just
They're just
surrounded
like
by prostitutes.
they're not surrounding him, but they're like giggling and like looking from like the couches and stuff, just like waving a little bit. But he's not looking at them, so maybe he doesn't see it. But anyway, you
as
guys
I come down the stairs, I notice Oscar and like how he's attracting all these, like the workers there, and I'm just kind of like lost his speech. I'm just like, what? How? What? And just like,
I noticed it all, and I noticed how Oscar really doesn't care that much. And like I see Chant coming down the stairs, and I motion to him like, "Hey, dude, come on, we gotta go." And I'm like, "Oscar, you ready?
Tim?
Oscar, you ready?"
Oscar, you ready?
The clocks were going. I was just sparing your ears.
The clocks.
Okay. All right. So, are you all leaving?
Yeah, we outie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisteria kind of just waves like, "That was fast," and
Just flies back over and
And I
like,
yell, "It was his first time."
she's like, she nods in understanding and just is like, "Oh." So now, are you headed back? What are you doing now?
Back to the necklace lady, I assume. Right?
Mhm.
yes.
Chant, why don't you go ahead and take it indoors?
I was gonna ask if I could.
It'll be more of a thing for you. So I give him the necklace, and I let him know that I'll be waiting outside. I don't know about you guys, but
I say good. It's probably a smart idea you do because it's gonna get weird in there.
So before you like enter, actually before you even get fully all the way back, you feel a kind of like dread like lower down onto you.
on all of us.
Yeah, you all feel it. And you hear like something in your head start to sink into your mind, and
Damn it! What the fuck did I say about this fucking necklace?
um
I kind of like fall the dread on us. I kind of fall to my knees and I'm like right outside the door. I'm just like, we were so close.
so you hear this like kind of sound into your mind. It's like a long exhale, and a darkness, all the lights go out on all of the streets, and
Oh, that's awful. That is an awful, awful sound. Do you hear that, babe?
No.
You don't hear that.
Oh, I hear it.
you hear it.
That's what we all hear right now. As we become full of dread.
The lights seem to go out like all around you, even as you look upward like into the cavern that this city is built into. You see it go dark, and even if you have dark vision,
It didn't work.
it doesn't work. It's a magical type of darkness that like slowly sinks on top of the entire city, almost suffocating you, keeping you from moving, like paralyzing you. And down the street, you hear screaming. And as this happens, you see one of the cubes from in the caves slowly making its way towards you. People
Shit.
are running and getting caught in it.
Can I get a little more of an elaboration on these?
This is
cubes?
the cube.
Basically, there's a cube of
No, I
like
saw
this.
Danger Jello.
Yeah, danger jello. That's what we call it.
So I don't know if you want to describe it to him, but
Did you guys try and fight this thing?
No, we decided not to because they're really scary.
No, yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
people are getting.
Can I roll in? Like, do I know anything about the cubes? Like, do they have a specific task in the tunnels of this city?
You can roll for that if
What's
you
that
want.
gonna be?
That'll be history. Actually, it'll be arcane.
Let's it's the same. Really.
Really creepy out.
Yeah, I made that. That's my
You
voice.
just like breathe into a mic really loud.
You made that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed like 15 seconds in, I'm like, this is Watney making this. Sorry, I got distracted by that. Where were we?
11.
So yeah, the DC for this. How old are you? How well traveled are
I
you?
forget how elves work, or half elves work. I'm pretty sure
They
age
can
the
live to
same as
like
elves.
one. Yeah, they can live to like
I think it's like
150.
2, isn't it?
180 maybe. Anyway, how old are you?
We'll call it 80.
Okay. I assume you're well traveled, right?
Enough, at least in these parts.
Okay. If you're a criminal and maybe you've hidden out in a cave before, I wouldn't say that you've ever touched one of these things unless you have like an arm missing, but you know that they're really dangerous and you've seen them like consume small animals before and they just dissolve slowly inside of them. But you don't believe they have any motivation.
Okay. In that case, how far is it from us?
I would say it's you can see it down the alley and it's like I would say it's like 40 feet away.
40
And
feet. That's
it's
pretty
coming
close.
at us.
It's moving towards you. Yes.
And we're still like paralyzed by this like darkness.
You're not paralyzed. It would feel like you can
You're
move,
right.
but it's like when you're in a dream and you're moving really slow,
Okay.
you know?
Weird.
What are we doing here? How do we get away from this fucking cube?
So like, are we gonna have to fight this? Are we gonna have to fight this danger jello, or
You could just run. I mean,
That's what I was gonna do, just saying.
Okay.
I
Well,
want
guess-
to.
I guess we're all going inside now, Chant.
Yeah, I say like I want to run into the brothel and protect Daydream. So.
Okay.
Okay, so he goes.
Well,
he's gonna
and-
go to her, I assume.
and yeah, if you go in that direction, another one actually starts coming
Is
from
in
that
there?
direction too. Yeah.
Alright, so we're
Can
kind
we
of like.
scale some buildings here? What's the deal?
You're
Give me
between
what are
buildings.
our
You're in an
surroundings?
alley. You're in not in an alley. You're in like a street, but it's very narrow, kind of like a European city where it's very walkable. It's very narrow roads. But as like if you're looking for an exit, a door actually opens behind you, and in the
Listen,
dark-
my experience.
Yeah, but I
You
see
don't want to
door
take
open.
doors
the
that just happen to fucking appear.
the door opens, and
trouble.
if you were to look at it, you'd see like the flicking of a tongue.
I tell everyone to run this way quickly.
Oh shit!
I run that way.
Insight.
I tell all the soft skins to get in here.
All right, tiefling, not soft skin. All right, but
You don't moisturize?
I hear the voice and I say, you know for sure I moisturize, and I head right or.
I brush his skin as he goes by just to make sure, and sure as shit, he does. Yeah, it's really good.
I'm straight. I lack confused.
Very
Lilac and-
moisturized.
I want to
Yeah.
attempt to sense some kind of motivation. I'm gonna guess I sense.
Okay. You know,
Thanks for
you
sensing
can.
motivation before I walked in.
No.
After I walked in.
No, he did call for it, but
Alright,
y'all were talking. So anyway, go ahead and roll for insight.
4.
You got 4? Okay.
With 2.
Okay. We need to have Carrot as like a companion in this game. That would be incredible. So
what are you doing?
So, you are unable to discern motivation. However, you do know that this person is helping you in this.
Well, I figure at least I know I won't dissolve if I touch him, so I go ahead and run through the door.
Is everybody running in?
Baby.
Yes.
Oh, I already latched on to the back of Matt's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Going where Matt goes, yeah.
Yeah, pretty normal.
Okay, I slam the door shut and I lock it. And does the sound? Can we still hear all that stuff inside?
Yeah, you can hear people screaming and stuff.
What about the creepiness?
The creepiness is still happening.
Okay.
Should we help them?
The people?
No.
The
I-
screaming ones,
Fuck
yeah.
that. We don't know them.
I mean, we could, cause like if it's
Do they have
Priscilla,
stuff we can steal?
I want to go say Priscilla.
Zach, would you like to describe yourself?
They are animals.
Standing before you, and you all turn towards the door as it gets slammed
Animals
shut.
being
There's
hurt?
a 6'6" dragonborn.
You said how tall?
Ooh, 6'6".
All right, cool.
But like gangly, like real skinny, because he seems like he hasn't eaten a lot in a long time. His tongue flicks out nervously, and you see his head tilting left and right, but it doesn't look like he's looking at anything. He
What
tells
color-
you that I can get you out of the city.
What color skin?
It has a blue hue.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I instantly look at Oscar and I ask him, "Isn't this like? Didn't we hear something about a blue dragonkin when we were at the tavern?"
I can hear you. Or can I roll to hear that?
You're in the room. You don't need to roll for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't whispered. He just said it loudly.
No, I don't. Chant does not whisper.
Okay.
Chan has no filter,
Hey,
so
who's
Filter.
that fucking slave guy?
Yeah, I look at him and go, "Hey, ain't that slave that got away? There's a price on his head. We get money." Oh, I should not yell that with my window open.
You see
Yeah,
the feet
the,
of my claws dig into the ground and my fist ball up next to my side as I start to look like a fight or flight is going over me.
I say, hey, whoa, buddy. You alright there? Touch a nerve?
I
I
just kind
tell
of look
them
at.
that it's
Oh.
been a rough couple days.
I just kind of look at everyone. I went 2 quests in one day, like complete. Like we're gonna make a fortune.
you would say that.
Well, thanks, first of all, for getting us out of that gooey situation.
Appreciate it.
Heyo.
I say that it's not over yet.
Well, what does that mean? That's very ambiguous.
I mean,
Wizard
there's
guy.
Do you-
still.
would you
it
like to
sounds
roll?
really creepy still.
Would you like to roll to know what's going on?
Could he just tell me?
I'll make you roll for
I
it.
know just as much as you. Like
Oh.
everything was fine, and I was just kind of creeping around, and then all of a sudden everything got real shit.
Alright, so this kind of happened to you too, and you just,
Yes, we're both kind of in
Gotcha.
trials and
Alright.
tribulations together. Just happen to be hiding in the same hovel.
Alright, well,
This hovel, like, how
the
did you
enemy
find
of
it?
my
Like,
enemy, right?
where are we exactly?
Can I roll for perception to check around the hovel now that we're in it?
You would roll. Yeah, go ahead and roll for perception.
Is it a space for the plus?
No,
No space.
it's all one. Only spaces between T roll. Yeah, there you go. Okay. You are able to discern with your sight of tongue that there's a bunch of cabinets like nearby, and because you're rolling for perception, if you would open them, you would see like a bunch of torches.
Did I just notice that the Dragonborn is looking with his tongue?
Those are
Yes.
tongues, man.
Very
Yes.
interesting. I ask, are you blind?
That's so rude.
Or is that just that I guess I'm a little blunt?
That is not. That's really rude.
What are you, blind?
I kick you.
Are you trying to
hard.
talk, babe? Is your mic not working?
Oh.
Yeah, it's making a click noise whenever it goes on. You might disconnect and reconnect.
No, my cord was under my chair wheel and
Oh, okay.
Yep.
ripped out. Yeah, as you look closer, you realize that my eyes aren't shut, but there's a cloudy, kind of bubbly film
Milky.
over both eyes.
I just go, cataracts. My uncle had those.
It's actually Dragarax.
Oh, nailed it.
I high five Chant.
I high five and then I realized, well, this isn't your place, so we can just add breaking entry to the bounty we're gonna get when we turn you in. So
Well, I
shuffle
say I want to
around
hear more about
nervously.
that in a little bit, but for now, I pass out torches.
Good move.
I have a
Thing with
real, like, what's the opposite of affinity to fire?
You're pyrophobic, I guess?
Yeah,
Here?
so
Up
I
here?
declined the torch that he tried to hand it to me and realized I couldn't see, and then he like kind of touched me with it, and I kind of declined it.
I look at him and I was like, wait, aren't you like a dragon? Don't you like breathe fire?
I'm blue, so I do lightning.
Same thing.
NBD.
It's like fast fire. It's like flash fire.
Okay.
All right, are the torches lit?
You can light them.
With our flint and tinder.
I light mine.
Okay. You're in a huddle with lit torches, except for you, Zach.
I-
Oscar, what are you doing?
I'm holding a torch in each hand. Just
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody
and,
want to roll to see what these things are? Besides Malice, who...
I mean, the
miserably.
the danger jellies you're talking about?
Yeah, to get more information, or just want to...
I will. What did we say it was?
You're going to roll Arcana.
Arcana. I have a +3 in that. I rolled an 18.
Excellent. The DC was
Chant
like
is-
11
Chant is so
again. So.
Chant is so smart.
So you know Chant in your time on the road, in your time as an adventurer.
In the libraries. In the time I spent in the libraries of Edikar.
That as well. You know that this gelatinous acid goo is very averse to fire.
First fire? Okay. Good thing our new dragon friend is terrified of fire.
Maybe I'm an undercover jelly thing.
Same color. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you know.
All right,
So,
Ian, tell
but-
us.
I crack a window because it starts to get pretty smoky in here.
is there any kind of other exit that we can take around in the place that we're at, or is it just like that one door we came in is our only way out?
You know, when you get this information, you gotta share it, homie.
Oh, am I supposed to tell you all? Okay, so knowing of
Say that you told us. You know.
my
We all
history-
heard Watney.
yeah,
but-
you're right. Knowing of my history with these the danger jellies, which I'm now calling them forever. I tell them that like these things are just like our dragon friend here aren't too fond of fire, so these torches should be enough to kind of drive them away. We should get some torches passed out to any people in the town that we can find and try to see if we can help people out.
You still
case,
feel the
Angst.
angst, you feel the
Angst.
darkness, you feel so hopeless, and you almost start to feel like you could be not tinkering, you could be like on the edge of insanity because of the sound that's been playing in your head this whole time.
Could I make some kind of save throw to overcome this?
You could make a constitution save, but the DC
You're
is
good.
19.
Well, hopefully I get a 19, boys, because I have +0.
I think Oscar probably have the highest constitution, right? 7.
7.
Mhm.
It's lucky.
Yeah, you still feel yourself slipping into insanity.
I have a 15 constitution.
You can roll for it.
What's it say next to save, though? It'll say save plus.
What's your constitution modifier?
+2.
Nice.
Well,
Alright.
save sometimes is more if you're
D20.
proficient.
Oh, save. Okay.
Roll your modifier. It's +2. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry,
so
Oscar.
we all going
Waller.
insane.
You're slipping away.
Somebody
Slowly.
needs to...
I have a spell called Silence.
Okay.
What's
It
it
says
do?
for the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it.
Okay, well,
Okay.
let me read this. I'm
The
listening.
verbal component is impossible there.
Yeah, but then Dragon Guy will be deaf and blind.
My
Yeah.
name's actually Helen Keller. It's not.
Okay, silence. For the duration, no sound could be created within. You can try it.
Wait, why are we doing?
I try it.
Oh, sounds on the humming sound.
See if we don't see if it helps us. not
Okay.
be so
It's not helping because it's not a sound.
that's figured.
It's in
Now
your
we can't
head.
hear.
All right, so we have to find out one what's causing this in the first place, and I mean we're doing no good just huddled up in this.
I
Jack.
think who hasn't made a Constitution save?
I mean I'll try it, but
Yeah,
Are you still
try.
inside?
If somebody
yeah,
can
we're
overcome
all still
this
inside,
shit,
aren't we? Yeah, we haven't left yet.
Oh, that's
maybe they
fine.
can
I'm
inspire
trying to
the
think if I
rest
can
of
use
us.
like a bardic inspiration for this.
Close,
Oh,
babe.
so close.
Is it like poison?
Oh,
Is it like poison?
You could roll to see if you can discern it.
I rolled 16. Yeah, none of us are getting out of this. Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
Do you want
But-
to roll for arcane knowledge because maybe you recognize it? Gray cloud.
Yes.
Yeah, be your arcane, which has a druid.
your
It might be
bonus
pretty
on it?
high.
What's your bonus?
I
It's,
can look.
On
it's
what?
an int modifier.
Yeah, but arcane is
+2?
+2. All right.
cool.
Can-
Hold on
can I-
before you roll your DC. What are we rolling for? Okay, yeah. Sorry, it's like
You
an
idiot!
11.
I just want to know if I could use one of my bardic inspirations on one of you to like give you a d6 die, and maybe, like
Yeah, I don't know. That's
It's
totally
not
worth it.
taking your HP away, but think of it as like
Okay.
sanity.
Does it have like a cumulative effect? Like the longer we listen to it, the worse it's gonna get.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, it's extremely debilitating, but you haven't quite gotten there yet.
I try plugging my ears.
No, it's in your brain.
Damn it.
You discovered
Oh.
this by plugging your ears.
It wouldn't have mattered anyways. Nobody can hear each other because I'm still.
You know what,
cast.
guys? Like,
True.
okay, this is so what we've learned really quick is that this is happening to everybody.
are there still screaming outside the door?
You can't hear it, but
can't
yes.
Dragon Guy, really quick, just so I can stop calling you Dragon Guy. My name is Matless.
You can't say anything.
Dragon.
We're in silence.
How long are
I'm
you
sure we
in
can end
silence
this spell.
for?
All right, so seeing as we can't communicate with each other now,
It lasts for
I'm
10
letting you
minutes.
know to uncast
I'm
it.
Can
With
you
our
uncast
torch-
it?
Kick each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Nice
can
going,
end the
Oscar.
duration of it.
Yeah, you end your like meditation on it
concentration,
or something.
like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, go.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, go for it.
All right. So,
Oscar, did you end it?
Oscar, did you end it?
I can't hear anything.
All right. I tug on his beard,
I turn and look at him.
and
Watch
I
the
go.
mouse.
I give him like the like safe sign in baseball, but like point at my ears. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because all of us in D&D, like all our D&D characters, know what baseball is.
Oscar, after
I'm obviously doing
discovering that it doesn't end while you're meditating, are you aware enough to realize that you should stop it?
Well, if I just tug on his beard like this, can he maintain concentration anyways?
I don't know, Oscar, go for it.
I stop the spell.
You stop it, okay.
Right. Sorry about the
Okay.
beard, man. It's just
A mice
No.
looks out and
it
it's like,
didn't
hey,
work. So
listen,
So
mice."
seeing as we're just kind of sitting here and everything, and all the silence isn't working, we need to figure this out. I'm just gonna, like, I think it's time to move out, and I'm just gonna kick open the door with our lit torches and just, move back out onto the streets.
All right, so
I had a lock and I locked the door, so you might want to check a roll for it.
I
Or
kicked
get the key.
you mean
oh,
you,
the door's locked. All right.
Zach, did you lock it like a bolt lock, or did you lock it like a padlock, or what?
No, one of those old-fashioned keys. It just
Skeleton
looks
keys?
like it has like two. It just has like two prongs, and it unlocks everything.
Okay, so do you want to ask him for the key, Chant, or
I
try
left it in the door, and then
Oh. Then
I see Chan about to go for the door, and I snag the key out the door.
and I just like I just give up. I'm like, what? Come on, guys.
Let's talk about this, okay? So we know
what
that
are we doing? We need to come up with a plan.
because at first I thought it was the stupid fucking necklace that did this to us, okay?
Great necklace.
Are we 100% sure it's not the stupid necklace? I show the dragon the necklace and then realize that he can't see.
I lick my tongue out to taste the
Do you
necklace.
recognize this necklace? No? Okay.
There is a spell that lets you detect magic, Oscar.
Which I have.
I fucking knew I should have brought identify.
Would you like to use that spell?
Yes.
Okay. The necklace does not stand out magically to you in any way,
Does anything
Just a
in this
necklace.
but
I wanted me to go find.
but
There's a
out.
but!
Let's see. The spell is blocked by 1 foot of stone. Okay, so you are well within the perimeter to detect this. So you detect a great evil down the corridor outside the door.
Down the corridor outside the door that we came through.
Yes.
Is there only one door?
I recommend we go out the door that I came in through, which is the back door.
There is no
There was a
back door.
back door.
There's no back door.
This is the only door.
I meant
So-
like I jumped through a window.
Okay, babe, it's a city block, so like the buildings are back to back. There's no back door. The way to get out, there's another way to get out, but it's up the stairs and off a balcony, but it's still into that corridor.
The Amazon guys.
Go get it.
I thought that was like a creature coming in.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, the Amazon
I
guy.
was like, this tiny halfling spoke. She gets warning.
Yes,
I tell the party that the necklace is nothing magical, but something very
Can-
evil is
can
outside.
Can we bail on that quest for now? Let's.
the necklace is my main quest. It's
All right. I just gave Chant, or I already did. So.
yeah. I mean, I've had the necklace the entire time. Cool.
The entire time. The entire time.
You
Remember
gave
who
it
got
to him before this
Me.
descended upon
It
you.
was me. Not
Oh yeah,
you.
true.
So
Anyway. All right. So yeah. So let's do this.
so we just gonna huddle up in this like house and just die or what?
I
No,
say
thought
this
we
is
were-
not safe. We need to leave.
It's a good idea. I'm with
There's
you,
no way to
yeah.
leave other than the door.
Turn the
way.
key and open it.
All right.
The smoke billows out because it had been building up for a while.
So you leave you go out the door.
I
My
peek
tongue
my head
flicks
out the
left and
door.
right, and I try and see
All
if
right.
there's anything around.
Matless,
Yeah.
you peek your head out the door. Which way are you looking?
Both ways.
You
Who-
look
who ju-
one
who's the one
way,
who just detected
My
the great
eyes.
evil?
Oscar, and he told you where it's at.
Okay.
I look
You-
in the direction that Oscar said he detected the great evil.
Okay. You look down the road in the darkness, and something turns a corner. You may have to squint to see exactly what it is, but as it comes into focus, this is what your eyes land upon.
What the fuck?
What is it?
What kind of cultist?
And
faces?
as you're watching it, there's a person whose legs have been like dissolved in acid, who's laying up against a building, and this thing
Hey,
comes.
just unplugged my headphones. I can't hear anything this once. Dissolved in acid.
There's a person who's up against like a building, just kind of like
Trying to
Don't-
not get dissolved in acid.
someone like, well, their legs the jelly passed over their legs but didn't absorb them, so their legs are useless, but they're still alive. And so this thing comes up to it, places the seemingly greenish, eerie looking light next to the body, and the exhaling, creepy sound gets louder in your heads as its tentacles wraps around its skull.
I throw my torch at it.
Wait, I thought you said it was like really far.
It's a long throw.
It's far. Okay. Well, the guy in its hands as its tentacles are like around its face, just blood curdling screams, and then all of
I'm
a
a
sudden
good
goes
shot.
quiet. And then your torch flies through the air and lands at its foot, and it looks up at you.
Oh my god, nice going.
And
I ready my weapon.
that's where the session ends tonight.
Well,
Motherfucker! This is bullshit.
Fuck you, Matt.
That's
Throwing
how it
torches
works,
at things.
Matt.
What kind of distance of the torch throw are we talking here? Did you have to like crow hop that?
It's-
Do a
it's like-
cartwheel?
Listen, man.
It's 50
Just
feet. It's like
shot put it.
50 feet away,
I'm
and
a
it's
ranger.
Oh, okay. You put the torch in your bow and shot it.
Okay,
Real
let's
quick.
let's say it doesn't land at its feet. Maybe it lands down the road, but it still gets its attention after
I
it
hit-
finishes
I hit
eating
that
this thing's
bastard in the head.
brains.
Real quick, where are we in comparison to the tavern where like we?
You
Yes,
are at the very beginning, close to the tavern of the slave district. You're out of the brothel district,
Okay,
and
so like
the
how
jellies are gone.
far jellies are gone, everything.
Mhm.
I still want to check the tavern, everything, to see if the people are still in there.
You
know,
can
we
do
got
that.
Fucking bigger problems.
You can do that next time.
Next time. I have a whole week to wait. Oh man, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Every other week bullshit.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. That was great. That was great. Cool new introduction for a bunch of new characters.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to
it's
that.
great.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, well,
glad
once
to
it
have
gets
you
a little
guys.
bit less hectic, I'll be able to kind of break down the backstory of this guy.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
But you pronounce my name like Zek, but most soft kids just call me Zek for short.
I'm calling you
That's
Zach.
what I go with.
I'm. Can you do it again?
Don't worry, I got it recorded.
It is
so.
recorded. All right. That's my new ringtone. Oh man, that's good. No,
Okay.
I think we all worked really well together. That was cool putting us in a situation where we had to steal a necklace. I
Mhm.
thought we were just gonna like slide of hands or something like that, but then what we ended up doing was a lot more, a lot
And-
cooler.
In depth and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
Multi-party involvement.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's good shit.
trying to do more stuff like that as a group, and not just like pure combat. Although that is on its way. So
Good. I mean, I'm looking forward to fighting this Cthulhu monster thing that coming at us.
Don't you
That
put
didn't notice
juju
us
on
until
us.
so.
we-
we
Do you
could have
get the-
totally stuck by.
Yeah, do we
now.
get any information about it, or do we have to use something as an ability check to get that? Like, do we know what level this thing is, how many hit points it has, what kind of difficulty checks it is?
You know,
Typically,
if you
I don't
want,
hold the final boss.
if you want to look up what this thing is, you're more than welcome to. It's not hard to find.
Ruin that
It's
shit for
from
yourself.
the monster manual, but if you want it spoiled, go ahead and do that.
So, could we ability check to find someone with our whatever kind of skill to check what it is, and then someone with like Arcana to look up, and then we get the go check it out?
So it wouldn't be Arcana; it'd be History because this is a race, of like a sentient being. But you would just check to see if you know it, and then if you did know it, I would tell you, and then you could tell the group if you wanted. But unfortunately, you can't like huddle back in the house and deliberate because you threw the torch at it. So
Yeah, great going, man.
Listen, guys, it just felt like we were being very indecisive, and I just kind of wanted to
I like to imagine that like he threw it and it landed in front of it and he looked out at us and we all just kind of like looked at him. We're just like, you guys, what the fuck?
no, as it
Hunt
flies
time.
through the air.
I just hope you know that currently the new people, just as many as the old people. So,
Mutiny? You're saying there's mutiny?
just saying, maybe we become the leaders of this here, El Grupe.
We'll
It's-
get some leather jackets that say torchbearers.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't roll for Renarin for knowledge, but I don't know. I don't even know
Oh
if
yeah, I
you know.
forgot he's here the whole time.
Yeah,
It's been
I'm
so
not.
quiet.
He's kind of like our unofficial leader. So
He's like in the house still.
He also has
he
two.
passed out from the smoke.
He has two extremely powerful girlfriends as well. So
Me.
No, let's get one of them to deal with this guy
just
then.
got here.
well, the goddess of death is in love with him. So, and the goddess of nature. So, I mean, maybe they could help out, but we'll find out next time.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. See ya.
Yeah. Catch you later.
Bye.
I'm gonna go read the notes.
Aggressive.
Oh yeah, by the
Bye.
way, yeah, Oscar, Tim writes summations of our sessions and he posts them in notes. So,
Okay.
Dying.
yeah, I'm gonna
looking
stop the
forward.
stream. So if you watch, thank you. We'll see you in
Season
2
2, episode
Saturdays.